Hey guys, it's Karis. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you a couple habits that you can implement into your life to be a happier and healthier person. Today is Valentine's Day and I'm celebrating it by myself. I think focusing on myself is really what 2021 is going to be about for me. I think there's a lot more that I want to discover about myself before I even think about inviting somebody else into my life. So yeah, I guess that's kind of where I stand with the whole relationship thing. I'm just gonna get straight into the habits. The first one that I have is setting yourself up for success the night before. What I mean by this is putting your water next to your bed so that you can drink it when you wake up, or setting out your workout clothes the night before so you already have them picked out and there's less resistance when you are trying to get dressed the next day. These are two things that I really like to do because I don't have to think about them when I wake up the next day. It's kind of just already there and I'm like, oh yeah, let me drink some water, let me get my workout clothes on. Another way you can set yourself up for success the night before is making your to-do list and planning out the next day. I don't do this the night before because I have time before school to do all of that, but if you don't really have time in the mornings to like think about your day, then I highly suggest doing it the night before. The next tip that I have is thinking long-term instead of short-term. This comes in handy when I've been eating really bad all day, or if I don't want to work out that day. I try to think long-term over short-term. The junk food that I'm eating might make me feel really good in the short term, but in the long term I'll be really unhappy with myself and I don't think it's worth it. And then working out, it may not feel good in the short term, but in the long term, I'll feel a lot better about myself. Even like spending money, like it'll make you feel good now, but when you have less money in the future, how are you gonna feel, right? Then the next tip I have is creating a life journal. We already know the importance of keeping a daily journal, but I think a life journal is something that is extremely like motivating and it makes me really happy. I put everything in my life journal. I have a spread about quarantine. I have like a gratitude list. I have a whole entire like 2 pages dedicated to Harry Potter and like a vision board. I just think it's really awesome to kind of have like almost a time capsule. And I'm gonna do a flip through of that journal pretty soon. I just wanna improve upon it a little bit before I do that. Next tip that I have for you guys is to go outside. Going outside is sometimes a hugely overlooked part of becoming happier and healthier. Just getting fresh air at least like once or twice a day is super important. If it's not raining when my dog goes out to go potty for the first time in the day, I just like hang out there with him and then I'll come back in when he comes back in. I used to do this a lot in the summer, but I would read outside. Like the energy that you get from the sun is just wow. If it's possible where you live, read outside, go on walks every day. It's a really easy way to just improve your mental state. The next tip I have for you guys is pretty common. You hear it a lot, but that's practice gratitude every day. I have this little calendar where you like rip off the days, and on that I'll write 3 things that I'm grateful for each day right next to my to-do list. If you know anything about the law of attraction, you would know that gratitude is a huge part of achieving your dreams and attracting the life that you want to you. I think practicing gratitude every day is key to becoming a happier person. This tip kind of segues into my next one, which is to meditate. I personally cannot meditate every single day. I just don't have the patience yet to do that. But when I do meditate, I like to do guided meditations. I'll just ask Alexa to play the next meditation that she has and I will do that one. And I like to incorporate gratitude into my meditations too. And I also like to set an intention for every single day, which is also another tip that I have. Setting an intention for your day is extremely important to having a good day. I feel like when I set an intention, nothing can really break that intention. I'll just look at everything as like, oh yeah, this is all part of the plan. The next tip that I have is to set posture reminders on your phone or on your computer, because especially with this whole like online school thing, my posture has been like extra bad and it was already pretty bad. So I have this little thing on my Google that gives me posture reminders every 15 minutes and it's really helpful to just kind of remember to put my shoulders back and keep my back straight to prevent like future ailments. Also, you can use like a foam roller, like lay on that for like 5-10 minutes, and supposedly it helps. So I'm gonna try that. And also, relating back to the whole online school at the computer all the time issue, you can set screen time limits and your bedtime on your phone so that before bed and after you wake up, you're not really spending too much time on your phone. This is kind of a really big thing for me because I find that now that I'm at home all the time, I'm just on my phone like 24/7. I think my average screen time right now is about 4 hours, which is a lot worse than it was when quarantine started. It's something that I really want to work on because I don't like being on my phone that much. I don't think that I need to. So I have screen time limits every single night that start at 9:30, I believe, and end at 10 a.m., which is after my first class on the weekdays, and then weekends it's just 10 a.m. I don't know. But I do find that it's really helpful to just have that time at night and in the mornings to just like hang out with myself and not be on TikTok for 5 hours straight. My last tip for you guys is to read 2 or more books every month. I know that a lot of us are not readers. That's why I only said 2 books, because that's like 1 book every 2 weeks, which I think is really manageable if you're reading for like 10-15 minutes every day. I would highly suggest reading a self-help book and a fiction book at the same time. Fiction kind of keeps you engaged, and then nonfiction keeps you in check. I think the information that comes from self-help books is invaluable. If it's available to us, we should utilize that. If you read a lot of books, you can up that to 4 or 5 books a month. I know in January I read like 8 books, I think. I don't know what was wrong with me in January, but I was just like book after book after book. So far, I think I've read 2 this month. I think reading is one of the most amazing things ever. Anyways, those are all of my tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and comment down below any video ideas you have for the future, and I will try my best to do all of them. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.